question. Please say less. Please say less. Please say less.
I'm blessed. I don't GA. You tryna. Yes on yes. Say less. Say less. You ain't got. You ain't no. Say less. Say less. Say less. You ain't got. You ain't no.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. We're on to the divisional round now, 2 steps away from playing on the biggest stage in sports. It's the Vikings going up against the Seahawks.
Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Evergreen State and CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Minnesota Vikings and the Seattle Seahawks. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. On 2nd down, here's Newton. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got some space here. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And some room to maneuver. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. 66 yards. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. Josh Lambo now for the point after. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. Here's Lambo out to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Johnson. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Now Wilson on 2nd down. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. It's a big play there for Seattle. 41 yards. A first down carry here for Johnson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
On 2nd down, Wilson. Complete to right. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. The man in motion is right. They'll need to get the play off quickly. On the toss, here's Johnson. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. It's a little educational piece. I know a lot of people hear 3-4, 4-3, etc. Take us through the 4-3, Charles.
Okay, 4-3. 4 down defensive linemen. Usually 2 defensive tackles, 2 defensive ends.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. And I know it seems like we say this a lot in broadcast booths, but a quarterback can hold on to the football too long in these situations. I think he did right there.
Oh, I agree with you totally. Sometimes you have to understand situations. Get rid of the football, save some yardage to make it less to gain for the next down. Instead, he was so hipped on ball security, he held on to it and took a big sack.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play, as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. 3rd and long. It's Wilson. A swing pass caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, he did everything but get him in the end zone there, but now they're set up. Golden opportunity, strong opening drive, and they're knocking on the door.
And the way that they did it, now look where they are on the field. All right, this is naturally set up for a running play, isn't it? But with his ability to throw the football, his accuracy on the...
And he's across the chalk, into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Duke Johnson taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. Back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't rein in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, here's Newton. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Fielded just inside the 20. It's a net of 40 there. A punt of 48 and a return of 8. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. As Seattle now ready to march onto the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Green will come in motion right. They begin the drive with Johnson, and he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. 34 yards there and a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's right. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. That's a matchup maybe they go back to their outer third of the field as this game continues.
Yeah, I think back to my high school coach, John Ford, used to say when we got big plays early in a game or good plays, he'd always say, foul it away, lad, foul it away, because he'd want to come back to it later in a key situation. They may come back to this one a little more often than that.
Didn't he say laddie or did he say lad?
Yeah, it just depended on what he was feeling at the moment.
Okay, I thought that was the guy you told me about that used to say laddie a lot.
Laddie, when you heard laddie, he was usually in a pretty good mood. Lad, eh.
6 yards here to go for the offense on 2nd down. They'll send a receiver in motion left. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A great effort there. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. And they drew up the counter there. It worked. They're glad they drew up the counter.
And a lot of times what you're trying to do is just simply get the defense moving in one direction. It doesn't take much. Even one step's enough. Get them going in one direction and then cut back against the grain and let your running back finish it off and get the work done.
And now out comes Minnesota. And this is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
On 1st down, Newton. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. 2nd quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. And they've got it here with a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
They run it again with Cook. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. Newton looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And he finds Cook. Could strip. The ball's out. But a Viking was able to corral this one, and Minnesota will keep possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On first down, it's Newton. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Here's Newton now on 2nd down. He hits Jermaine Kearse. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down. He's fumbled already once, Charles. I'm not going to say that was in his mind there, but I'm sure that during some of these plays he is mindful of it.
And once you fumble the ball, you know what your team tells you and your coaching staff? Take care of it. Rest of the game. And it does get in your mind a little bit, and sometimes that slows down your effort in trying to get free from tacklers.
And the defenders know it, too. They sniff that out, don't they?
Everybody wants to swarm the football. You know the rule is first guy hold up the runner, everyone else try and get there and strip the ball free.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
To throw on 2nd down is Newton. Dancing to his left. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. Cam Newton, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Hoping now to get back in the end zone on this 4th possession. Now Wilson on first down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. From the shotgun, Wilson steps away to his left. And this is going to be incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Newton. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
To throw on 2nd down. Newton escaping the pressure right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. Newton on 1st down. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Frank Clark in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Newton. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45.
Well, it's a cold night. And whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. In motion left goes Green. After the interception, here's Wilson. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Second and 10 now. Wilson. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
Partner, I know that ball security is preached like crazy, but every now and then you've got to know when to get rid of the football and save a little bit of yardage if you're a quarterback.
Because now if you're the offensive coordinator, what does it do if it was 3rd and 10 versus 3rd and much longer as it is now?
Yeah, it changes everything in terms of play calling and the pressure you might expect to face on the very next down. Had to throw the ball away and save the yardage. He didn't get it done.
The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that time he's smothered as he's wrestled down near the 42. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up the defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run.
Trying for right, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Again, it's Cook. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So it'll be first down here after the run. Out of the gun, Newton. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
On second down, Cook. And they'll stop him right on the midfield stripe. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. The Vikings on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. A final shot before the break. Newton. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of his first half of play. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You probably prepare.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up, and the ball is knocked out, and the Vikings pick up the football. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Tie game, but they'll get excellent starting field position here to begin the second half.
And it's the starting field position that makes an offensive coordinator maybe bolder than normal. Maybe you want to take the big shot right now. Go for a big play and get their attention early, or even just run your offense because you feel good about where you are and a chance to move the ball downfield.
Yeah, maybe they go for the big play. Time to find out. Now a give running right, it's Cook. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. First down, here's the run with Cook. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. They'll try the air now with Newton. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Jimmy Graham, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And this one through the uprights and good. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last two drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
8 yards to go here on second down. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. His throw incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
The Seahawks on third down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun. Wilson. He's got his man here. It's Green. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game. Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Screen play, Johnson. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big gain.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it, because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, it's hard to get them started again occasionally.
So the kick from here on a field goal would have been right at 53 yards. But instead, offense out there. They're going for it. Now Mack. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. A give. This is Cook. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. A shotgun snap for Newton. And able to find Graham, complete. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Fresh set of downs here. They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, Now you've stopped the clock, and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. 5 yards to gain here on third down. And the D looking like they may blitz. Throwing is Newton. Quick hitter here is complete. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard at the 36. A gain of 7, and they pick up the first. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. From the pistol, they run it with Cook. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Handoff comes to Cook. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. I think this defense tired of seeing him run the football, and this D-line probably getting sick of the O-line as well.
And as I'm watching this, I'm thinking about a conversation I had with Adam Gase, the head coach of the Miami Dolphins in the offseason. He told me that he asked his running backs each week for their favorite runs. Give me your 3 top runs. And right now, you're seeing a guy that's probably using his top runs to great advantage in this game.
He is in a zone. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
And that time he's smothered as he's wrestled down at the 13-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. Third down, Dalvin Cook. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. He needed 2. He got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
And Lambeau will put this one through, and that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So a big one there as that gives him a little cushion.
And you know, here in the 4th quarter, the fact that they were able to bleed some time off the clock and put points on the board, even if it's only 3, that could turn out to be the drive that ultimately wins them the game.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Green. 12 yards there as they move the chains. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
On first down, Wilson. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Now Wilson on second down. And right with it here over the middle. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Forced out to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football. Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. The Seahawks on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Wilson toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On 2nd down, Wilson. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. And not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
And the Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 7. Now Wilson from the gun. He'll throw. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 12 yards on the pickup, and it'll give the Seahawks a 1st down. Wilson. That's complete right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A gain of 6 there on 1st. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's Wilson. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 4 of 7. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Oh, a design run for their wideout. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. This call down near the goal line. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right. And if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And out now come the Vikings. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And he comes back with one complete. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now Newton. Wide open receiver complete. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. They run the counter with Cook. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Cook following the penalty, and he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down. On third down, that's Cook. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at fourth down. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They snap it to Newton. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
Oh, that's a big pickup right there. That play might have saved them. Now they got to get up to the line of scrimmage quick. They've got to spike it. Well, on both sides, you come into this game with so much hope, so much build.